You guys all know I love my snacks and Snack City, and there's no greater resident of Snack City than my air fryer pecan chicken. I always say that no Snack City is complete without popcorn chicken inside of it, so let me show you how I make it. I use corn CHEX as my breading. In order to do this, it requires a bit of prep work first. You need to blend those corn CHEX into a fine powder. All you got to do, throw them in a blender or food processor for a few seconds, and voila, you have it. I like to use ground corn CHEX for a few reasons. Number one, it's gluten-free friendly for all of our friends that may have allergies. Number two, oftentimes it's more cost effective to buy a big box of cereal than to buy a bunch of boxes of breadcrumbs. And number three, I like the texture that the fine powder of the corn CHEX gives on the chicken. I think it's more similar to what happens when you dredge a chicken finger and then deep fry it than it would be to use a breadcrumb to bread it. Seasoning your corn CHEX is an important step because we want to make sure we have good flavor on the outside of that chicken. A little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic powder is all it takes. For the chicken, I use lean chicken breasts, which I cut into about 1-inch cubes in order to make them into shape. Whenever I make something that requires breading, I like to make giant batches of it. I've got about 6 pounds of chicken breasts here. This will last my roommates and I probably 2 or 3 weeks. And the breading process takes some time. You want to get good bang for your buck when you're prepping in the kitchen. So make giant batches. It will last in the freezer as long as you store it well, and then you'll have it ready to go whenever you need it. It's a good idea to lightly season those chicken breasts with a little bit of salt before you bread it. And the first step of the breading process is to coat the chicken in some kind of starch. You can use cornstarch or tapioca flour. Doesn't really make a difference. You can even get by with skipping the starch altogether and just going straight into the egg wash and then the breading. But I like to add the starch because I think it gives it a little bit better texture after it comes out of the air fryer. Now I like to do this in batches, so I'll pour a little bit of starch into a large ZIPLOCK bag, seal it up, shake it around, and then spread that chicken out on a sheet pan and do it again until I have all my chicken coated in starch. You're going to be tempted to stuff as much chicken into that bag as possible because you want to go faster, but trust me when I say this, do not do that. The chicken will stick together and it won't evenly coat, and it's going to be a sticky mess. Do it in smaller batches and it will be much easier for you to handle. After all that chicken has been coated in starch and spread on a sheet pan, you can prepare your egg wash. I've got 6 large eggs in a bowl here. I'm going to thin it out with a bit of water and whisk it until it's smooth. 6 eggs is a lot, and you probably won't use all of them, but I like to have extra because there's nothing worse than when you have chickeny, breaded hands, and you need to crack more eggs into the bowl because you ran out. Now, when starting the breading process, designate one hand to be your wet hand and one hand to be your dry hand. This is going to keep things cleaner. Dunk some of that chicken into the egg wash, mix it around, throw it in the breading, toss it, shake off any excess, and store on a sheet pan. I have made this popcorn chicken recipe many times, and let me tell you, every single time I've made it, I have been tempted to dunk all the chicken in the egg wash at once and then into the breading at once. This is not a good idea. In order to get good coverage of the breading on the chicken, you should do it in smaller batches if you're going to use bowls like this. If you had a shallower dish that had more surface area, you could do larger batches. I don't have that, so I have to suffer with these bowls. An air fryer is the recommended cooking method for the popcorn chicken. A convection oven will also work. I don't recommend using a traditional conduction oven to cook these, but if you are going to, I would say put the chicken on some kind of wire rack to raise it up off of the surface of the sheet pan and allow for better airflow around each piece. For the air fryer, I'm going to use my air fryer at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and cook the chicken for about 10 to 12 minutes, shaking the basket halfway through. Before it goes in, I like to give it a light spray of oil just to help promote better browning. I have found through experience that you can get by with crowding the basket a little bit more with these chicken pieces than you can with other foods in the air fryer. Now, you will get more crispiness if you cook in smaller batches and allow for more airflow around each of the pieces of chicken, but that's going to take a long time to cook it all. Bigger batches are fine, just make sure you don't overcook it and dry out the chicken. After it is cooked for 10 to 12 minutes in the air fryer and you got good browning on your chicken, transfer it over to a wire racked lined baking sheet and allow it to cool. Continue cooking your breaded chicken in batches until you have cooked what is left. 6 pounds of chicken breast usually takes me 4 or 5 batches to finish. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but you can do other stuff while it's cooking. Here's a close-up to show you the texture, and this is why I like the fine corn CHEX as a breading rather than a panko or regular breadcrumb. It seems more similar to a dredged piece of chicken that has been deep fried than the jaggedy edges you get when you use breadcrumbs or panko. The sugars in the cereal also give you a nice golden brown color to the chicken that looks awesome after it comes out of the air fryer. Storage for these bad boys is easy. After they've cooled down to room temperature, you just transfer them into a ZIPLOCK bag or a storage container, remove as much air as possible, and keep them in your freezer. For reheating, they can go straight from the freezer into the air fryer. I always just turn my air fryer on to 400 degrees and put them in until they're hot. It usually takes about 5 to 8 minutes. Calculating serving sizes and calorie information for things like this isn't always the easiest, but for an estimate, we've got 234 calories and 33 grams of protein for about 12 pieces. As always, if you are looking for the most accurate estimates for calorie and nutrition information, you should weigh, measure, and calculate all the information for yourself. You can find the full written recipe for this popcorn chicken in the description below. I'll also include a link to the recipe on my website where you can find hundreds of more recipes for meal preps and snacks just like this one.